Joining us now on the phone is investigative journalist Akiva Bigman from the Israeli newspaper Israel Hayom to take a deeper look into the police recommendations against the Israeli Prime Minister. Now, Netanyahu remains optimistic that he can lead the government even if there is an indictment, which may be true if his coalition remains intact. But let's talk about Naftali Bennett, because Bennett somewhat hinted today that he may be weighing his commitment depending on if there are charges. How could the coalition look if there are charges?
Well, first of all, I think the viewers should know that in the Israeli system, the police recommendations are actually meaningless. This is a conclusion of basically the investigations done by the police in the past year and a half. They have no legal meaning, and even legal experts in the past were against this procedure that for some reason became popular, that the police recommend on cases. It's bad for the legal process. I think it harms the democracy. And what happens is that these recommendations become a basic for political moves and maneuvers and different manipulations, and this is what we're experiencing right now. So
now, can the Prime Minister truly, do a job as demanding as leading the country if he's also fighting these charges in court, whether or not he's guilty or innocent? Isn't that a potentially major compromise of his time and attention?
Well, it could be, but this is exactly why this whole procedure is wrong. The police should give the conclusions to the Department of Justice. It should never have gone public. This only turns the police, makes the police part of the political game, and I think this is utterly wrong. If any government in Israel should fall because of police recommendations, because of publicizing, it's basically a PR move of the police. If that harms the political process in Israel, I think this will be terribly devastating, also for Netanyahu and his government, but also for future governments. Because this means that any police investigator, any investigation can actually destroy the whole political and democratic practice. We need to remember that the government and democracy was decided on by the popular vote, not by police officers.
Now, what would it take, at this point for Netanyahu to step down? Would that happen? Is there a chance that is going to happen?
Well, according to law, Netanyahu, any prime minister, has to step down only after there's been the court has decided he's guilty, and after he had his chance to appeal to the Supreme Court. So,
I mean,
Netanyahu is going to fight till the end. So,
I mean, and we're running out of time, but I would like a quick, response on how you think this looks to the outside world. Obviously, this is making international headlines, and he has to negotiate on a global scale.
Right. Well, obviously, this doesn't look too good in the outside world, but what is good is that the coalition is stable. All the partners know what's going on. Nobody really wants elections because this whole process is a political process. It's not a legal process. So what's important is the political meanings of the latest happenings, and we see that the coalition is stable. As you said, even Naftali Bennett, people try to find maybe, different things you said different times, but everybody is in the coalition. The coalition is stable, and I think that means the government is stable. And one more thing people need to know, that even if this gets to the court and gets to indictment in the end, it will take about a year for this to happen as far as the process works.
All
so
right,
a year from now is the election time anyway, so we're stable for the time being.
All right, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.